bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Please Will Smith the shit out of the like button, share this across social media, and let's get into this. I want to talk about Quavo from the group Migos and his recent meeting with Kamala Harris in order to discuss gun reform. It already sounds funny, I know. This is ridiculous. Look, for those that don't know who the Migos are, they were a trio consisting of Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff, who's now deceased. He died last year. I believe it was at a dice game, and there was some type of altercation, and he ended up getting shot. Now, Quavo went to the White House, like I stated, to meet up with Kamala Harris to discuss gun reform and gun violence. And look, this is gonna be a quick one. How the hell, I mean, have you listened to the Migos music? I mean, I'm not a fan of the Migos music or style or whatever, but their music is peppered with all type of gun violence. So my question is, Quavo, why don't you start with yourself first before trying to talk about gun reform? I mean, you know, that's the funniest thing. Some of these rappers that do that, I've talked about Eminem, how he had a bar talking about gun reform and all this shit, and I just find it to be hypocritical when all these rich people want to push for these gun laws, which there already are common sense gun laws out here, because murder's already illegal and you have to go through background checks and all this rigmarole when you have to go get a gun. But I don't know what else you want to be done, or I should say you want to be done, because you know, number one, a lot of you elitists, or not elitists, but elites, walk around with armed security. That's number one. So stop, cut the bullshit. All right, I'm so sick and tired of the gun argument. It's the dumbest fucking thing, because all these laws, these new things, are just gonna affect the law-abiding citizens that actually want to get guns for their protection or to hunt or whatever the case may be. So stop. But the most important thing that I'm so glad, and I'm in a good mood because of this, I'm so glad I'm starting to see this a lot. A lot of people, particularly black people, are starting to wake up to this bullshit. This is nothing more than a pure pandering move on the behalf of the Democrats and Kamala Harris. I mean, Kamala Harris, you're gonna see her meet up with, and not just her, maybe Joe Biden too, but you're gonna see them meet up with rappers. Kamala Harris just had the 50th hip-hop anniversary at her house. Now she's meeting up with Quavo to talk about gun violence. This is election, the election year, or season, I should say, is just around the corner. You know, 2024 is not too far away, so you're gonna see this come up. A lot of race relation shit is gonna come up, BLM, all this stuff. So I'm glad that a lot of people, like I said, particularly black people, are starting to see the okie doke. I mean, it's a little bit too late for some of y'all, but I'm glad some of y'all are starting to see it. Because when I was saying this shit years ago, people are like, you know, you're a coon and XYZ. No. This is what it is. Do you honestly believe that anything's gonna come of this? No. So let's just call it what it is. It's just a pure pandering move. This is what the Democrats do. This is their playbook. All these lefties, they do the same fucking shit every 4 years. And furthermore, like I said, Quavo, if you truly believe this shit, let's see it reflect in your music. And you know, I saw one comment talking about, oh, what do you want him to be, a Christian rapper? I mean, trying to say, you know, oh, so he should change his shit up. Well, okay, I can name a couple of successful acts that have changed. KRS-One, my GOAT rapper, my number one. When he first started out, his first album with Boogie Down Productions was Criminal Minded. And when Scott LaRock was shot, God rest his soul, he changed his style up. He started taking the gangsterism out of the music. Although over the years he still does, you know, throw in gun references from here and there. It wasn't as prominent, or I guess you could say, like, style-wise, it wasn't prominent like it was on Criminal Minded. Let me see who else. Common is another one that comes to mind, even though he was considered hardcore, like when Can I Borrow a Dollar came out, his first album. And then during, I think, Resurrection and One Day It All Makes Sense, that's when you saw what direction he was trying to go in. Another act, I would say the Beastie Boys. I wouldn't say that they were so much violent, but they were accused of like homophobia and stuff back in the day, and they kind of changed their tune from being party animals to more, you know, just all-out musicians, and being more creative with their rap shit, you know, on some b-boy shit. But yeah, it could be done. So I don't think he's gonna do it because he's too deep within the music, and he's deep within the money, and his style's too recognizable at this point. So I don't think he's gonna do it. Call me a cynic or whatever the fuck you want to call me, or a skeptic, whatever. I'm just being real. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I want to be wrong in this instance. But what do y'all think? Is he gonna change? Do you think that Kamala Harris and the Democrats are gonna do something about gun violence and gun reform? Anyway, that's it. Y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate, most of all subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.